From Tom Felton imitating other characters,
It's not Leviosa, it's a Leviosa.
to his delight in breaking the fourth wall, here are the most hilarious Draco Malfoy bloopers and funny moments. When Draco and Harry went at it during Quidditch, it was always a heated affair. It was never surprising if the two exchanged a few choice words or glances when coming together in content. Behind the scenes though, Daniel Radcliffe and Tom looked like they were having the time of their lives on the brooms. However, there was one specific moment when Tom turned into Draco as he suspected Dan had actually insulted him. Just see for yourself.
Enzo walked into it, didn't work. Whoops. You come here, bus. No, I said whoops, rather. I didn't run, no, I promise.
But did you see the fear in Dan's face?
Scared Potter.
You wish.
Even though they were on friendly terms in the real world, he wasn't about to risk Tom mishearing something he said. Maybe Tom is just a big fan of method acting and he was getting into character here, wouldn't you say? Sometimes poor Tom was on the receiving end of some rather forceful acting.
Malfoy, you okay?
The funny story is that Tom actually encouraged Emma Watson to try to make it more realistic by putting some oomph behind it, but still in a fake movie sort of way. Emma, though, decided to take his words a little too literally.
I'm not really sure what I was thinking.
She just went and just smacked me right across the face, which completely took me, I didn't know what to do, and I was just like, yeah, that was really good, that was great, and kind of walked off sheepishly.
Truth be told, Tom should have been prepared for Emma to go full throttle since they'd already played a slapping game on set many years earlier.
Look, I want to punch his hand for the camera. No, it hurts. You can't. No, yes.
Tom really made her look silly there in front of everyone else, didn't he? And then he went ahead and did this to her as well, just to rub it in.
Yes. He just can't win. He's determined to win, but he just can't. Another 5. No, I like
You can see that Emma wasn't about to forget that in a hurry. So she just bided her time and made sure she got her own back later.
Or something, it's actually like a physical hit. There's something very satisfying about that.
Though it was all done in jest, as the two are still the best of buds even years later. And this isn't the only funny moment between Emma and Tom, as they also had the time of their lives in the Goblet of Fire. The Yule Ball was meant to be all about being prim and proper and getting dressed up for the big occasion. But Tom just couldn't help himself and got footloose.
Yeah, man, I've been doing my sticks, I've been working my feet. You see my feet work? Yeah.
He really has happy feet, doesn't he? And of course, he just had to have one dance with Emma as well.
I will bow my hand.
And I'm going to come over to the dark side.
There you go. In between.
But look at how he was a proper gentleman and asked for her hand before the dance. It goes to show that the Slytherin house actually has good manners. Maybe Ron took a few tips from Draco here. In a series like Harry Potter, the actors experienced the joy of action-packed scenes and many of them chose to perform their own stunts. In the Deathly Hallows, Tom got the chance to have a table pulled out from under him.
What can go wrong?
The director, though, noticed his apprehension and nervousness at doing it. To combat this, he had a trick up his sleeve to elicit the exact reaction he wanted from Tom and his co-star in the moment. The stunt team decided to not tell them when they'd pull the table out so that they'd feel like they're actually falling for real.
And then all of a sudden they just literally took off two of the legs, so it just pivoted on itself almost.
The reaction on Tom's face was entirely genuine. The good thing is that Tom managed to find the funny side of it, acknowledging that it was a difficult stunt, but totally worth it in the end.
But of all the years here, that was the most terrifying stunt. I'm smiling now, only because my feet are on the floor, yeah.
No one can ever say that he lacked bravery, that's for sure. While most children might have buckled under the pressure of playing a major character in a huge franchise like Harry Potter, Tom had a lot of fun with it. Even when the camera panned on him, he wasn't afraid of breaking the fourth wall like this. It's pretty cute and innocent enough, isn't it? However, Tom was quite the prankster and wasn't about to just leave it there. Instead, he had to rub his face in this naughty and comical way.
It's a good look, Joe.
Well, at least the camera operator knew how to take a joke. Though, imagine if that scene had actually made it into the movie somehow? Look, let's be honest, it's probably exactly what Draco thought of Harry most of the time, right? But speaking of bloopers that did make it into the movie, did you know that one of Draco's most hilarious moments was pure improv? So, remember this scene?
Why are you wearing glasses?
Reading.
Reading? I didn't know you could read.
Turns out the "I didn't know you could read" was Tom doing his thing. It's also a pretty sick burn that you definitely need to apply some ice to. Again, Tom must have been channeling his inner Draco here because this was totally on brand for him. But what it does show is how Tom had a comedic side to him that wasn't always explored so much. He's a pretty funny guy and always had everyone in stitches whenever he opened his mouth. So can someone just give him his own sitcom already? Even though Tom hasn't acted in a Harry Potter film for over a decade now, he still holds fond memories of the franchise, and all of the characters too. In fact, he decided to record some impersonations of his various co-stars, and it was nothing short of incredible. I mean, just look at his version of Voldemort for a second. That's nothing though, because his Dobby impersonation is absolutely on fire.
Give me your sock and then I will be free.
Don't you just want to set him free? And in the ultimate form of Inception, he decided to do a Draco. Yes, the very character that he played. But watch it how he criticizes his own performance here.
Potter. No, not there, I'm losing it. Scared Potter. It's okay. I'm not sure if you can tell who it is.
Well, they always say that we're our own harshest critics, and Tom certainly lives up to that phrase. But speaking of Tom impersonating Draco, have you seen him reacting to some of his older scenes? Looking back can be difficult for some, but Tom enjoyed revisiting some of his childhood memories, especially the magical kind.
I've got a pen. What Leviosa?
But those aren't the only ones that made him nostalgic, as he also decided to imitate Draco's weird faces. Don't worry, Tom, we pull the exact same faces when we rewatch Harry Potter 2. Still, it's incredible to see how he remembers all those memories so vividly, even to this day. Who knows, maybe he secretly watches the movies every week like all of us. Now that was magical, wouldn't you say? If you're in the mood for some more laughs from the Harry Potter franchise, be sure to check out our Hermione bloopers and funny moments video. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and stay awesome.